So today we're using Camtasia Studio here, and we're going to actually do a trace drawing to make an animated drawing that we can use in other videos. And so here's kind of how you do that. See, this is the end result of what we're going to have. So here what we do, and there's another video on how to actually do the tracing. You'll want to view that video. But to make this video go a little faster, because if you notice here, as we kind of click on it, it's going really slow, right? And that's not right. So we don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and click on speed here. And let's just move this bad boy up to 500 times. So it took it down to, well, still pretty slow here. It's still about a minute. So let's go ahead and make that move a little bit faster. And let's say we're going to go to 1500. Okay, so that's pretty good right there. That's actually 20 seconds for the drawing. That's still actually a little bit long. So let's go ahead and move this down to, move it up to 2000. We'll see how that works for us. And this thing here, we're actually covering up a flaw in the video, which is the timer. It just shows very little of the timer in that corner. So that's just a white box. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what this video looks like now. And as you can see, it's moving considerably faster. We've reduced it. We've made it 2,000 times as fast as it originally was. And for the crowd and folks that are watching this on the screen, it's kind of like a magic trick, right? It just kind of happens. So all of your little flaws and things that you do during tracing aren't really going to matter that much because it still looks good in the end. So let's go ahead and go back to this drawing here. We're going to move it forward to the very end. Now in Camtasia, Control F allows you to save the final screen. And I always save a final PNG file so that I can put it at the end of the video. So it just gives me a little bit of time so I can use it in other files. So let's go ahead and save this. Whoops, we need to save. Make sure you save in any project that you're working on because if it becomes unstable, you're in trouble. So I'm just going to name this one book. So it's going to save it there. And then again, I'm going to do this, hit final. There it is right there. And we don't want that because it's a blank screen. I just messed up. So if I click once on there and just hit my back arrow key, this is the final view that I want. This is the final image. And I can use this book in anything, put tilted text in here. So it would be a nice template for me to use. So now I'm going to hit this. I'm just going to put in final 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and import that final 2. And I'm just going to drop it down here at the end. So now what happens is it's sketching itself. Right now we're erasing some things you can see on the screen, and then it gets all done, and then all of a sudden it just flips, and now that's the static image, but you as a viewer don't really know any different. So to save this, we're going to go ahead, I always save before I do anything, and then we're going to just hit produce and share this. So we're just going to go, I produce them all as 1080p MP4 only files, and I just hit here, and then I say -A because it's animation only, and I'm going to hit that little browse box, and I'm going to go up to where I need to be, which is my book, and I'm just going to say save. And this won't take that long when it saves out, and I'll show you exactly what the drawing looks like once it's been rendered. Now it's important to note that this drawing then, this MP4 file, can be added to additional Camtasia projects. So you may have something you're illustrating multiple things, let's say an RV and a person and a book. You have all these little individual MP4 files, what I call actors, and then you just drop the actors on the screen. I'm going to show you that here in just a moment once this gets done rendering. It should just be a second here. And then so what you do is you take those actors to make a scene, right? So whatever that scene is. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what our result is here. So we'll go to book. Here's the file itself. Let's go ahead and play it. And here, as you see here, it's going to show just the drawing of drawing a book, right? And we set it to be like 20 seconds. So It'll take 20 seconds. It looks cool. Audience is very engaged, loves what you're doing here, and you can go ahead and do your presentation. So that's kind of how you do that actor, and then it's done, of course. So it's 23 seconds long. So there's that MP4. So let's go ahead and just one final thing. So I'm done with this file. I'm just going to save it, and I'm just create a new one. And let's say I wanted to do what I was saying about the actor. So I'm going to go ahead and import a file. I'm going to import this guy here. Okay, so that's one of my actors, the book I just did. And then I'm going to say I want to import another actor. Let's import the RV here. Okay, and so now I have two things imported. So I can go ahead and drop this on. I can go up here and select to have my screen. I like to work on a white background. And then I have my book here as well. Okay, so notice here when I click on my book itself, let's move the RV down off timeline. See how he's taking up a lot of space? Whoops. See how he's taking up a lot of space? See up here? So I can move this down. I can crop this book. Remember, this is the video itself, but I'm just cropping it down so it's a little more reasonable to deal with. I'm going to take it off crop. Notice I turned to the circles, and I'm just going to turn it like this. Okay? And then I'm going to take my RV. I'm going to move down. I'm going to see how big the RV is. Now notice the RV's not that much bigger, but I can still save a little space. So let's crop him down a little bit here. We'll crop him down on this side and this side. All right. And then we'll just take that guy off and expand the RV out a little bit and put him down here. So when I'm organizing these things, I can move them around the screen anywhere that I want them. So let's go ahead and just put this up here. Now I'm creating a scene or a set of animation. All right, and I want my RV to draw out there, and we'll put the book right here, I guess. Okay. Now notice that the book is a little longer than the RV scene, so it's going to bleed off, and then I'm going to lose that. So what I can do is I can speed the book up a little bit. Let's just go to 200% because a book, I mean, it's not that neat of a drawing. The RV is pretty cool. So we're going to put that like that. And then let's say I just want to add some text. I'm just going to go in here and add some text to this. And I'm going to say, I don't know, driving an RV is as easy as reading a book. Okay, which, by the way, driving a large RV like that, not as easy as reading a book, but we'll just go with that. And here, let's just go ahead and move that up to a little bigger size and drop that in there like that. And let's go a little even bigger. All right, and then we can put that there, and we can stick them right over there. Okay, so this is just a simple presentation of a book and an RV. And here we're going to just place them in there. Now I don't like it when it fades out at the end, but I do like it when it fades out. And this is what this is going to look like on the screen to your users, all under 20 seconds. And you could be speaking while this is working, just like you did on the Camtasia recorder. You just speak into it, and now we draw out the book. The RV is still drawing as well, and driving an RV is as easy as reading a book. And then when it all gets done, we just go in here, and again, we go back and say, oh, I want to save that. So first of all, we have to save here real quick. Save project as. We're just going to say test. Okay. And we're going to put in here, and we'll just name this bad boy test as well. So that's what the name of that is. And then we're going to save this final picture. So this is, remember, the image. I name it final. So there you go. There's the image. And I'm going to go ahead and find that image. Test folder. Final. And I'm just going to drag that image down. So that now what happens is he gets done drawing everything. We see the book is still drawing. The RV is doing a little touch-up work. And then once it's done, it just transitions into that file. Now the presentation is done. I just go in here and I say go ahead and save this as an MP4 file. I'm going to say go. And again, I'm not going to have any voice to it this time, so it's animation only. Now you'll figure out ways to document things yourself. It just happens to be the way I do it. And then I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit finish. And this is going to render out my project. Now look how much faster it's working, because really it's just taking the two already done MP4 files, putting a little bit of text to it, and then creating a brand new video. And you see here it's almost done. We're going to go back to test here and take a look and see what we've built. And then if you go here to -A, there's the MP4 file. And you can see here, I can be speaking to this. The RV draws out. Everything looks cool. Remember, this is an actor, a specific MP4 file. Now my book that I just drew, he draws out as well. Driving is as easy as reading a book. And that's about it. So it's really not that hard to make animated presentations. You can save this MP4 file now and actually drop it into PowerPoint or show it or do whatever you need to do.